Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Blue Games. Welcome back to another stream of Infinite Flight. But we're going to be starting here in Infinite Passenger. I want to do a little bit of business real quick with everybody in my airline. Just really quick. I just want to say we got to do better, guys. We got to do better. I want to try to take a look at something real quick. As far as the airline goes, we just need to get a better quality of flights. Our passengers have been complaining, and we just need to do better, or we're not going to get as many passengers, which means we're not going to get as much money, which means we won't be able to get the planes that you guys have been requesting we get. So as far as our income is looking pretty good, we're at 76 million that we've made so far, and in total funds right now we have 54 million. Asset value is 112 million. That's the two planes that we have, the Airbus A321 and the Boeing 787-900. And so our total worth is about 166 million, plus we have 30 plus flight time in hours. But let's take a look at flights. I mean, I'll admit, I just did a flight. I got a 50% score, which is not good. That is not acceptable. I know that was me, but it's still not acceptable. And honestly, I'll let y'all know why that happened in a little bit. It was not my fault. But yeah, so we got, 65, 0, 80%, 75, 55, 80, 85. When we do flights, we want to get at least 85. 80% to 85 on a flight. And if you do not, I'll be honest with you, if you don't get higher than, I don't know, 65%, you probably shouldn't even log that you even flew. Like, that money's not even worth it if you go below 60%. Because the reason why is because when I go back here, you see at the top right, you see airline rating. Right now our airline rating is 72%. That's actually dropped in the last couple days. So I would like to get that number back up, at least up into the 80s or the high 70s. It's not easy, I'll say that for sure. I mean, if anybody has used this app, they know for sure that you doing this is not easy, because it's very sensitive as far as how it judges, and it's also very easy to screw up. So but looking at our at the charts, we're using medium, so you're gonna find us in the middle section. So we're number 3 right now in the world of everybody else using Infinite Passenger. With as far as income in the last 24 hours, we have number 3 as $9 million. Pretty good, Blue Arrow. And then as far as flights, let's take a look. Flights, we're number 1. Nice, 6 flights. It's not that much competition. People are not flying as much, but we're at 6 flights for Blue Arrow, so pretty good. And then as far as average rating, let's take a look at that. 100%, 100%. Yeah, we're probably not even on there. So yeah, we just got to do better. So this first flight I'm going to do is going to be with Airline. We'll be flying with the Boeing 787-900. We'll select that right there. We'll go ahead and use, I don't know, we'll use a generic for now. I won't do any boarding music because it kind of gets annoying sometimes. So we'll leave it off. We'll hit start, and we'll be loading up with 190 souls on board. Now the thing is, so I'm at 190 with 787. And yesterday I was flying, when our airline was at about 75%, it gave me at least 198 souls on board. So we already lost 8 passengers on this flight because our rating has gone down. So no pressure, but I'm just saying, everybody, including myself, I want to try to do better when it comes to doing these flights with the airline. So we're going to jump into Infinite Flight now. Connected successfully. Sadly, I had to stop. I had to take down my the replay of the stream from yesterday because for some reason I tried editing it in YouTube and it screwed it up. Like, it put everything in portrait mode instead of landscape, so I had to delete it, sadly. But all right, let's go ahead and get started here. We're gonna be flying in Singapore. We got some pretty good traffic out there. There's a lot of people flying into Whiskey Mike Kilo Kilo, so we're gonna go ahead and go in there. We're gonna be flying 787 Air New Zealand livery, my favorite. And we'll be doing training server. I was on expert server earlier, but we're going to do training server because there's like nobody on expert server right now. So we'll do training. And let's get to it. I want to start out by saying I really appreciate everybody who subscribed to the channel. We just got to 50 this week. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. I started this out just for fun. I know 50 is not a lot of subscribers to most of you, but still, to me, it's a lot of people. So appreciate y'all. For me, it's all about quantity and not quality and not quantity. So I'd rather have fewer active subscribers and have like 2,000, 5,000 subscribers who like never even tune in. So appreciate y'all for checking out the channel and all the likes and comments. I really appreciate all the love y'all been giving me and support. And it's also been really fun flying with you guys too. So thank y'all for joining in. And for y'all watching the replay right now who may have missed this stream live, thank you for joining and watching. So leave a comment in the description. Let me know how you think. We'll see how this goes. But now our goal is to get to 100 subscribers. We're at 50. Actually, I think we're at like 60 something. So my goal is to get to 100. So y'all can help me out and get to 100. If you like the video, definitely hit that big old red button. Alright, let's get everything started. Let's get this thing going. So let's look at the weather. None. Okay. That's not right. There we go. Let's see. Midsar, Whiskey, Mike, Kilo, 1500 Zulu, winds variable at 1 knot. Looks like, I don't know what 8,000 means, I'm not sure. That might be visibility or something. I always forget what all the numbers mean. I know what most of it means, but I forget from time to time. Clouds, let's see, few at about 1,700 feet. Broken at 1,000, what was that, 14,000, broken at 280. Okay, cool. Q100, no, 1011. Dope. Alright, so weather's not too bad here. As we can see, it's kind of low visibility out here, but weather's not too bad. This dude's pushing back right behind us. So while he's doing that, we'll get our flight plan situated. We'll go ahead and, this is the way I do flight plans. I always put a waypoint to the destination airport. Now, I could either do it here and then go straight to our next waypoint, or what I like to do personally is I like to go ahead and choose my runway. It said wind's variable, so technically there's no runway, but we do have ATC. So actually, no, we don't. We did. They're gone now. Let's see. Well, let's find out. Best way to do it is find out where everybody is taking off. Right now, we have a bunch of people flying in. It looks like they're all going to be landing towards the north on 32 left. But then we have a guy taking off at 14 left over here. We have another guy. I don't know if he's moving. He's not. Okay, I was going to say he might be taxiing at 32 right. So, so that we don't interrupt with any of the arrivals, let's just go ahead and take 32 left. That's what we'll do. So we'll taxi over 32 left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a waypoint right at the beginning of the runway. This is just me. This is not, you don't have to do this, but this is the way that I like to make my flight plans. I like to make my flight plans starting from the ground all the way up. So we start from the base of the runway down here, 32 left. Now make another waypoint. This, you can't do this at every airport, but the ones that do have waypoints at the end, this is where I do it. So I'm going to put another waypoint right here, because what we're going to do is we're going to fly runway heading. And then we'll fly out just a little bit more, probably go about right here, and then we'll make our turn. I would like to make a left turn and then take the coast all the way down. I just like the way the coast looks visually, but we'll see. It's maybe low visibility up there. Looks like we have some cloud cover up there, about 3, I forgot what, like 140, 320, something like that. So we might not be able to see much, but we're going to go ahead and take a left turn. So we'll make a waypoint over here. There it is, and then we'll go ahead and stretch it out. You know what, we'll just go way out here. Like so. Nice. And then we'll come all the way down. And let's see where our arrival, see where they're landing at. Alright, so winds are at 290, 4 knots. So that should update. So 290 would be, I believe, the 20s. We'll be landing on the 20s. Yeah, they're taking off on 20. We'll take 20 center. That looks good to me. I like 20 center. So let's do that. Request taxi to parking. So let's see, I'm going to set ourselves up for the approach. What's going on, E-Train YT? Welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us. You're in the middle of a flight. Where are you flying to, my friend? And what's going on, Manny? Taxiing to parking. Visibility is bad. Thank you. It looks pretty bad out there. We'll fly here. Then make another left turn. Kind of create like a base for us. Oh, it's gonna be pretty. That's not really gonna be a base. Just gonna create like a little arrival. Go there.
Taxi to runway 32 right.
And then we'll go. No, let's go a little bit farther. See, the glide slope starts right around here, so we want to extend ourselves out a little bit. Maybe like there. Don't really need all this room, but I like to have more room than I need so that I can make sure that I have a good landing. Because as you see in some of my past videos, we've been having some pretty terrible approaches, so we want to set us up for success and not set us up for failure.
Taxi to runway 14 right.
What's going on, Ethan V? What's going on, my friend? WMKK. Okay, cool. Are you flying to WMKK or from WMKK? Thank you for the sub, Manny. Appreciate that, bro. I don't think there's one at the end, so we'll just not put one. I'll put one there. Probably won't go that far, but whatever. Yeah, today we'll be flying from Kuala Lumpur, Whiskey MKK. What's your call sign? I think I probably see you on the map if you're landing right now. Or maybe you're in the middle of the flight.
Kuala Lumpur ground.
All right.
Delta 3227. Ready for pushback.
Everything's set up. I think we do have ground. Oh crap, that might change everything. Let's see what they're using. Request pushback. Let's see what runway they give us, if they give us any. Hopefully they'll assign us a runway. I wasn't listening to ATC in the background just now, so I don't know what they've been assigning everyone.
Pushback approved. Delta 3227. Blue 116.
Man, I love this delivery. 14 right. Of course, the runway we were not wanting. Okay, well, let's take a look. 14 right. That's actually right next to us. That's a lot shorter of a taxi. So, I mean, he's probably trying to do us a favor. We'll just amend our flight plan to make it work. We're flying from WMKK to WSSS. So WSSS, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Whiskey, Sierra, Sierra, Sierra. So, I'm going to push back here, and I think we need to push back to nose to the left. We'll do that. Push back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and
on behalf of the
captain
and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with us. We're committed to making your flight safe and comfortable. So before we depart, we'll be showing a brief safety presentation. This information can help you if there's an emergency, so it's important to pay close attention, even if you are a frequent flyer.
All carry-on items should now be stored securely, either in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. And all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas should be clear. Your mobile phones and other electronic devices should be turned off. Once airborne, we'll let you know when you can use approved electronic devices. But note that some items, such as phones, may not be used in flight at any time. You'll find a list of approved electronic devices in the in-flight information section of Sky Magazine. If you're seated at an emergency exit, please review the responsibilities for emergency exit seating on the back of the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket. Are you okay sitting by the emergency exit? If you're unable or prefer not to perform this function, just let us know, and we'd be happy to find you another seat. As we leave the gate, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release the belt, just lift the top of the buckle or press the latch to release. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. And even if the sign is off, you should keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air. For everyone's safety, federal regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted signs located throughout the cabin, as well as any crew member instructions. You cannot smoke. Smoking is not allowed on any flight, and federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying a restroom smoke detector. There are 6 exits on this plane, 4 doors, 2 on each side, and 2 window exits over the wings. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used for flotation. Life rafts are located in ceiling compartments at the front and center of the plane. All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. However, if there is a loss of power and cabin visibility is reduced, white emergency lights near the floor will lead you to red lights, which indicate an exit. Please take a moment to find the exits closest to you. And remember, they might be behind you. It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, the panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. If this happens, reach up and pull a mask toward you until the tube is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others. A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are located under your seats in the economy cabin. If you're seated in the first or business class cabin, the life vests are either between your seats, under your seat, or in a compartment under your armrest. To use, pull the tab to remove the vest from its container, and then open the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Fasten the two straps to the front of the vest, and then adjust the straps loosely around your waist. If your vest has only one strap, wrap it around your waist and attach it to the buckle in front. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom of the vest, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. You can activate a light by pulling down on the tab in front. If your vest doesn't have a tab, the light will activate automatically in the water. If necessary, we'll distribute infant life vests or other flotation devices for children who weigh 35 pounds or less. Also, most seat cushions can be used for flotation. Now, before we take off, be sure your seat is upright and locked, your tray table is put away, and all carry-on items are properly stowed. As we come to the cabin for our final safety check, please let us know if you have any questions. And finally, now would be a good time for everyone to review the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket. Thanks for your attention. Enjoy your flight.
November 701 Sierra Kilo.
Waiting for clearance to taxi. Haven't heard back from him yet. I'll have to hit him up again.
Kuala Lumpur ground. Blue 116. Ready to taxi. Blue 116. Taxi to runway 14 right. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 14 right. Blue 116.
Alright.
Kuala Lumpur ground. Red Cat 2099. Ready for pushback. Red Cat 2099.
See, 14
Pushback
right
approved.
is
Expect runway 14 right.
there, I think. Yes. Right there on the left. I hate when I press the wrong button. Pretty short taxi. We'll be in the air in no time.
Pushback approved. Red Cat 2099.
Yeah, man, I saw you on the map. Cool. We're gonna be long gone before you land, though.
Kuala Lumpur Tower on 118.8.
Are you descending yet?
Contacting Kuala Lumpur Tower on 118.8. November
contact
701 Sierra Kilo.
Hit the
Blue
brakes
116.
so we don't pass
Contact
the
Kuala Lumpur Tower on
little line.
118.8. Contacting Kuala Lumpur Tower
We'll
on
change it to
118.8.
15 degrees
Blue
on the
116.
flaps.
Blue 116.
Alright,
Hold
holding position.
Holding position. Blue
Everything is set over
116.
there. We'll turn our actually we don't need any landing lights or strobes yet. We haven't been cleared to take off. Once we're cleared to take off, I'll turn on the landing lights, and then once we get on the runway and start moving, I'll turn on the strobes. But I might turn them both on at the same time because I always forget. Indian Tech, welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard. When is Global coming out? I have no idea. Hopefully soon. I believe we're at 14 left, isn't that right? Or what are we at? Where are we? Oh, we're on 14 right. Whoops. State intentions. Of course, I want to take off. We'll be descending south.
Kuala Lumpur Tower, Blue 116. Ready for takeoff at runway 14 right. Departing south.
Yeah, they haven't given us any kind of release date. I mean, they keep teasing us on Instagram and stuff with all these screenshots and stuff, but nobody knows when it's supposed to come out. Originally, it was supposed to release like in August, and you know that was a month ago now.
Runway 14 right.
So
Blue 116.
they said soon. They're beta testing, so beta testing is a good sign that they're gonna make it. But also you have to remember with beta testing comes issues, you know. And honestly, I know we've been waiting for it and stuff like that, and people have been complaining about how long it's taking for beta to come out. But you be complaining even more if I'm sorry, not when beta comes out, when global comes out. But you be complaining even more if you had it in your hands now and you're playing with it with all the issues that I'm sure it has. Like you be complaining like, oh, it doesn't do this, doesn't do that. This is so stupid. I spent my money on doing this and that, blah blah blah. And that's exactly why companies like that, you know, they hold off products to give them to the audience until they're really ready, because it can hurt. It can hurt the game. It can hurt the company. It can hurt the community even worse when an unfinished product is released. So, I mean, I can't wait for it, but at the same time, I'm patient and I'm willing to, you know, wait for them to get it up to, you know, the standard that it needs to be. Because this is, you know, this app has so much potential. Oh God. And last thing you want is, we'll make a right turn here, is for a bad release to ruin it. I live in Texas, Indian Tech. Alright, I'm gonna go up with the flaps. Take a look outside, flyby view. Yep, the visibility is very low out here. You're definitely gonna want to do an ILS approach if you can. You may not be able to see under 5,000 feet.
Delta 3227. Runway 14
Look at that beautiful
left.
plane.
Cleared for takeoff.
787 is my favorite. 787-900. Whenever I see one, I'm just like in love when I see one in real life. It's my favorite plane to fly on here. So far, I don't have all the planes yet. I haven't bought all the planes, but it's my favorite plane to fly. And it's also my favorite plane as a passenger. No, sir, I do not use a joystick. I am, it's just me and my phone. Use an old tilt, the classic tilt. You know, I've thought about using a joystick. I've been thinking about, I don't have a joystick, but I have like a controller that I can use. I've seen that you can actually like hook up a controller to make it work with,
Blue 116.
to make it work with infinite
frequency
flight, but
change.
I don't know. My Instagram is in the description. Just check out the description. My Instagram is on there.
Blue
If you like
116.
planes, you'll love my
Contact
gram.
Kuala Lumpur approach on 119.45. Contacting Kuala Lumpur approach on 119.45. Blue 116.
Nice.
Blue
Alright,
116.
good luck on the land. I mean, it's not
Contact
that
Kuala
bad,
Lumpur
honestly.
departure on
Hold on, we're going to acknowledge the
122.7.
handoff. We'll
Kuala
check in
Lumpur
with approach once we get
Tango
over.
Romeo
There we go.
Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar Golf. With you.
The
Contacting
visibility is
Kuala
not that
Lumpur
bad. I
departure
mean, once
on
you get down below
122.7.
about, let's see,
Blue
look
116.
outside. We're at what now?
Kuala
5,000
Lumpur
feet now.
departure.
Once you
Blue
get down about
116
5,000
with
feet, as
you.
you can see the
Blue
ground.
116. Roger.
So you'll be able to visually see the runway and stuff. And also, I mean, if you just use the localizer as a guide, you'll also be able to land yourself in too. So you'll do fine. I actually really, once I learned how, well, not learned, I knew how, but once I practiced how to do you know, landings by hand on infinite flight, because it's different. I mean, you could be a real life pilot, you could be an X-plane pilot with all the special controls, all the crazy stuff, but once you get on infinite flight, it's a whole different thing. I mean, especially if you're landing with like your phone just a tilt, like it takes a while to get used to how that looks and how that feels and how to control the plane and be, you know, all that kind of stuff. Where are you? I don't even see you. Over here somewhere. There you go. Yeah, we haven't passed each other yet. And so it took me a while just to get used to the controls of how to land it. So ILS was a lot easier. Today we'll be using an ILS approach because I'm flying for the airline with infinite passenger, and infinite passenger is very sensitive, and I'm trying to get my percentages up and not down. So, you know, I know I can do a good landing without it, but just to be safe, I'm going to be using ILSs. I know a lot of real life airlines, they're required to use the ILS when able, so that they can give their passengers a smoother flight and smoother landing. Nice. I just saw you pop up on the screen, bro. pretty dope. Appreciate that follow, man. Thank you. What's going on, Small Planet Flight this summer? But yeah, I do enjoy doing the landings. We had a really fun stream. I think that was yesterday or the day before. I can't remember what day, but it was like it's Labor Day here in the States, and so everybody's off of work. So Sunday night, I decided to get back on Infinite Flight, and I did basically an all-night stream. I mean, I just stayed up the whole night. My wife was asleep, so I was sitting right next to her, so I wasn't talking on the stream, but I was streaming and talking in the chat. And thank you, Manny, for that Instagram follow. I think I just saw you pop up on the screen. But yeah, we were streaming. We did about 5, maybe 6 flights that night. Had a good stream. Got a lot of people join in from the chat. They were flying with me and stuff like that. It was really fun. But that's the stream that I had to delete, though, sadly, the replay, because YouTube screwed up. Yeah, man, I wouldn't be excited for school either. Thankfully, I don't go to school anymore. Alright, I'm just not paying attention. We're chilling at 5,000. Let's go ahead and go into our cruising altitude. Today, our cruising altitude will be, let's see, 180. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and climb up to flight level 180. Too far. There it is. We'll put our speed up to 240. We're still under 10,000, so we don't want to get caught speeding. And I'm going to go ahead and start climbing. We're going to make a pretty quick climb. Maybe about 4,500 feet a minute, which is pretty fast, but we'll get there in no time. I'm looking forward to global, when you can actually, oh wait, too far. I'm looking forward to global, where there's going to be enough space to really like make a really good descent and make a really
Ladies
good
and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign will be switched off shortly. However, for old safety, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt loosely fastened in case of any unexpected turbulence.
Today your flight was from Amsterdam Schiphol to Istanbul on your Instagram. Or did you do that on Infinite Flight, or where can you? That sounds far. I'm not sure exactly how far. Is that Istanbul, or is that some other place that I've never heard of? Sorry. What's going on, Alex Whiteley, man? I checked out your stream the other day. It was pretty good, man. Alright, we're above 10,000 now, so we'll go ahead and bring our speed up. I'm not going to go too fast. Probably go about, like, I don't know, 285 or 290. Whatever. Looks like we might have some, looks like approaches online down there. Hopefully they stay on long enough for us to get there. It'll be about 30 minutes though till we get to our destination. Make a left turn of 113 on the heading. Still climbing up to our cruising altitude. What type of formation are you talking? I am using the iPhone 7 Plus. That sucks, Manny. You need to get you a new phone before Global comes out so you can enjoy it. Honestly, if I didn't have this phone, my old phone that I had before this was an iPhone 5. Yeah, nothing special, it was just the iPhone 5. I didn't even know what Infinite Flight was back then. I wasn't using Infinite Flight at the time yet, but I'm glad that I didn't discover Infinite Flight until I had this phone, because I would be so pissed. I'm pretty sure it ran like crap on the iPhone 5. Alright, we're high enough, we need to go ahead and turn off. Okay, we never turned our landing lights on. Ah, see, I told you I was going to forget. Oh well. Let's take a look outside. Can't see nothing out here at all. We have a 1 knot wind at the moment. That's nothing, basically. Ground speed 397. Next waypoint is about 16 minutes. flight time so far is at 8. We're actually now at our cruising altitude. Going pretty smoothly so far. My age is 27. I know a lot of people say that I sound like I'm like younger or something, but whatever. Getting an iPad Pro for Christmas. My parents already told me. That's dope. That's a long way from now, but that's dope. I'm glad you're getting an iPad, man. Congratulations. You're on an iPhone 5? Okay. Oh, on a 5S. Okay, good. WAPS Clash Royale. Yes, you can fly with me. We are in the, what is it called? Singapore region or something? In the Singapore region, we just took off out of Kuala Lumpur, which is a WMKK, Whiskey Mike Kilo Kilo. And we're flying down to, what's the name of this place? WSS, which is, I don't know, Singapore Changi. Singapore Changi. And we won't be there for a while. So, I mean, if you took off from, like, this place, WMKM, you could probably catch us if you wanted to, if you left, like, right now. Or, if you took off from this little airport over here, WIBS, which is being I don't know how to say it. I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, so we're Blue 116. We're like the only one going south in the ocean. I don't know if this is an ocean or a river. So easy to find. You got your first violation. What was it? And that sucks. Am I a real pilot? No, I'm not. No, currently I'm not. But I'm working on saving money to go to school, pilot school, to get my PPL. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to be an airline pilot. I know a lot of people's goals are to be airline pilots and things like that, but I personally just want to get a PPL. And probably not just a PPL. I want to get whatever is after that. I forgot what it's called. But I want to get, I think it's like dual engine or something. But basically, my whole goal is to fly my own jet. I don't have a jet yet, but when I get one, I want to fly my own jet. And just, explore. I love flying. I love, taking adventures and going places I've never been. So I would love to, and I know that's not easy and it's very expensive, but I have big goals, and you might as well dream big or you're going to live small. So even though I don't have any of those things, I want to get a private plane and fly my own private plane to wherever I want to, whether I want to fly to Bahamas, Mexico, wherever. Who me follow? I don't know what you mean, bro. What is my job? My job is I am a graphic designer, web designer, basically design anything. That is my full-time job. So all the channel art you see on my page, all created by me. So if you know anybody who needs channel art or any type of art, I could do that. If you're looking for my Instagram, or it's in my description. If you're looking for that other guy's Instagram, I think it's in the chat. Fly to Miami. I don't have the Miami region, so I can't fly to Miami right now. I don't want to. I'm not buying any more regions until Global comes out. Like, I refuse to buy a single region. I'm like, once Global comes out, I'll be able to fly everywhere. But right now, I'm kind of restricted to the regions I have. I think I've only bought one region. I think that was London, and I feel like that was a mistake because it's really nothing special. It's like the same thing for like 100 miles. Let's see, probably can't even see each other from. I mean, I probably can't see myself from the tower view. Look at that. Nope, not at all. The tower can't even see me. We are above the clouds. Dopeness. What's going on, Swag Boy? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off. There's no turbulence up here. Just can't see nothing. So if you need to step away, you are definitely free to. We'll still be here. Still be flying. Still about 10 minutes from our next waypoint, which is where we're gonna make our turn. We'll probably make our top of descent right around that area. Maybe a few minutes before we get to Pimmock. We're at 180. We're at 180. We might need some time to get down. We're gonna want to be, I think, around the 2 to 3,000 when we get to the glide slope. I remember it being a pretty low glide slope into Singapore. So probably 3,000 here. We'll say maybe 5,000 when we get here, which means in this area we need to descend a lot, probably about 10,000 feet in a very short period of time, so we might descend even earlier than that. Appreciate that sub, my friend. We are working on getting 100. I really want to say thank everyone who's already subbed and come back for the first 50, man. Y'all surprised me. I didn't think I was going to get 50 subs. I was not even trying. But I appreciate that, man. I'm just out here having a good time. Hopefully y'all having a good time too. If you want to jump in, you're definitely willing. I'm cool with jumping in and flying together. Meet us at the destination airport. And we can either do the same flight in reverse, or we can jump in another region. I can take a look at the live flight app and see what other regions are going right now. Malaysia looks like the most traffic in the training server. Thank y'all for those Instagram follows also. Let's see where else. Man, I really am looking forward to global though. Not only the global scenery, but also the freaking new graphics and all that stuff is just, yeah. You know, one area I really like, San Francisco area. Like, you don't see a lot of people flying San Francisco region on Infinite Flight. Thank you for the sub, Indian Tech. Appreciate that. Future Pilot X is my Instagram. Future Pilot X. Oh crap, I spelled that wrong. My bad, guys. I just noticed that. I don't even know how that happened. Okay, it should be fixed now. Yeah, Future Pilot X is the Instagram. I hope y'all been following the right person, because that other guy was not me. Appreciate that Small Planet for catching that. What runway did they give you? I hate when it happens. Like when you're on, I hate when you're on approach. Like, no, I hate when you're on final to like a runway, and then the guy is like, okay, I want you to take the other runway. I'm like, well, I'm already established on a localizer for this runway, and you're gonna give me a different one? I had to go around a lot of times because of that reason. I mean, yeah, it should be a simple change, and it just takes like a good amount of focus to make that change right in the spur of the moment. But it depends too, because sometimes that other runway they gave you, like if it's parallel, it might be farther back or it might be closer, so that way you're too high or you're too low or whatever it may be. Love this Air New Zealand livery. It's just so dope to me. I'm also hoping to get a better PC someday so that I can start streaming X-Plane, because honestly, my heart is in X-Plane. That's where it all started for me. Well, technically it started in FSX when I was like real little, but X-Plane is when I really started like simming out. It's when I really started to learn like everything about flight. Like, that's how I learned all the procedures. That's where I learned how to, read charts, how to actually get from point A to point B. I remember when I first started flying in like, flight simulator back when I was like probably not even 10 yet. I would basically just take off. I was also like on a super old computer, so it was not good enough for a flight simulator anyway. When you start descending, we'll go down to 8,000. And so I will basically I would spawn on the runway in whatever plane I like to be in, like a 737 or something like that, and then I would take off. I knew how to take off. I didn't know how to do cold and dark start, so I would just do, I would just have the engines already on, and then I would fly straight from the runway and then basically go straight. Like I would try to turn maybe a little bit here and there, but all I really knew how to do was take off and hit autopilot. That's all I knew how to do. I didn't know how to program the autopilot. I just knew how to hit autopilot, because autopilot would save my life. When I would try to turn left or turn right, autopilot would just, you know, kind of even me out. And then, but I never knew how to like actually land at a specific airport. Like I would go straight up and then straight down to land in the grass somewhere, because I didn't know how to find an airport. It was so funny. Oh, they want you to approach from the opposite side. That sucks. Flight to San Francisco. Cool. I'm sorry, Manny, that you have to go. I can't. I mean, I could go faster, but we cruising right now, man. So if you gotta go, I understand. Like I said, I appreciate you joining us, man. If you gotta go, you could always catch the rest of it. It will be posted after I'm done. We're gonna be here for another 15 minutes. It looks like is what it says. We're gonna go ahead and contact approach.
Singapore approach.
Check in first.
With you. Singapore approach.
They might give us a different runway.
With you. Emirates 999. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Winds are at
Frequency
290.
change approved. Good day.
Makes sense.
Frequency
We'll go ahead and
change
request
approved.
approach now, just in case they give me
999.
something different. We're gonna act for 20. Was it center?
116.
Yeah,
Roger.
20 center.
Frequency change approved.
Do I have videos daily? I try to do a stream at least once a day during the week, and then on the weekends sometimes I don't really stream. But I try to do once a day, so this is my once for today. But I may do another later. Maybe it depends. It depends, because I mean I'm usually flying infinite flight anyways, so like why not stream it? You know. So alright, we're gonna turn the seatbelt sound back on just in case it gets bumpy on the descent, and we'll go down to 8,000. We'll slow our speed down to 230 so that we don't get an overspeed once we get below 10,000. I'll do it early. I know I don't have to, but I'll do it early.
Requesting climb to flight level 200.
He's giving us 20 right.
Climb and maintain flight level
It's fine. I can deal with that.
Oscar Papa. Climb and maintain flight level 200.
Go ahead and
Climb and
acknowledge it.
maintain flight level 200. Papa Oscar Papa. Blue 116. Expect vectors for the aisles approach runway 20 right at Singapore.
Yeah, I try to do videos. I try to do a stream at least once a day. If I can. I usually do them. It depends on what time zone you're in. I'm in US, so it's morning here right now. I actually started streaming a little bit later today than usual. I wanted to get started like 3 hours ago, but I had some stuff I need to take care of come up. So usually I'll be streaming early if I can. But sometimes, you know, real life stuff happens and you gotta do
Expect vectors for
what you gotta
runway
do.
20 right at Singapore Changi. Roger. Delta 3227.
Go.
Swiss
Like I said, I like to
068.
change my my
Requesting
speed
descent to
down to
8,000.
below
Turn
250,
left heading
even before I'm
070.
under
Descend and
10,000,
maintain
because
10,000.
once I get
Delta
to, like, you know, because right now we're descending all the way to 8,000. I don't want to have to pay
Delta
attention
flight
that hard
37 nautical
to,
miles
you know,
west
when
of
I get to 10,000 to then change my speed to go below 250, because then what happens at that point, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to level off my my altitude in order to, you know, to scrub off some of that speed, and I'd rather just do it earlier than do it later. So we'll hit our flight spoilers also to get us down to 240 if possible.
12 nautical miles north of Singapore Changi at 18,600 feet.
Got Vietnam Airlines on our right wing. Fredo.
Turn left heading
Take a look at that.
090.
See, I probably can't see him. I have all the like letters turned off. You can actually see. You can see the aircraft once we get close enough, but you can't see their names. I live in America. And what's going on, Natalie Van Den Berg? What's going on, Natalie? However you say your name. I'm sorry for saying it wrong, but what's going on? Welcome aboard. We're on our descent now.
Proceed on course.
So you can sit down and finish watching your videos.
Resume on navigation. Swiss 068. Requesting.
What about you guys? Where are all y'all
Resume
from?
on navigation. Papa Oscar Papa. Vietnam Airlines 2099. Requested runway is closed. Expect vectors for runway 20 right at
237.
Singapore Changi. Roger. Vietnam Airlines
Still can't see
2099.
anything. We probably won't see
Swiss
anything
068.
until we get
Descend and maintain
below
8,000.
7. Alright, he wants us to go down to
Descend and maintain
6,000, turn
8,000.
heading
Swiss
080. We'll
068.
make that happen
Delta
right now.
3227. Turn left heading
Look at those
070.
vectors.
Descend
Drop
and
down to
maintain
6,000
8,000.
feet.
Turn
Sounds
left
good to
heading
me.
070. Descend and maintain 8,000.
Descending at 2,000
Delta
feet per minute. We'll acknowledge
3227.
that because we didn't say
Air
it.
China
One thing for you guys to know
561 is
when you're
17
flying with
nautical miles
ATC
west of
is
Blue on the 21,500
you're really supposed to, when you
Requesting
get like
hours approach
vectors
runway 20
and
right
instructions
at
from
Singapore
ATC,
Changi.
you're supposed to,
Vietnam
you know,
Airlines
go ahead and dial in
2099.
those
Turn
changes
left heading
before repeating it,
080.
or you can do it at the
Descend
same
and
time
maintain
also if
8,000.
you were talking out
Turn
loud.
left
But like
heading 080.
instead of, you know, me
Descend
acknowledging
and
it and
maintain
then doing it,
8,000.
it's better for me to
Vietnam
change
Airlines
my heading to,
2099.
you know, 080
Turn left heading
and my altitude
080.
6,000, and
Descend
then let
and
him know,
maintain
hey,
6,000.
I'm turning
Blue
to this
116.
instead of saying,
Emirates
you know, doing it the opposite.
999. Frequency change approved. Good day. Mike Oscar Hotel Alpha Mike Echo Delta Flight.
What's going on,
3.
Commander Star
Frequency
Chaser? Welcome
change
back, my
approved.
friend.
Good day. Roger. Air China 561.
Good to see you. It's good to see familiar
Oscar Papa.
names
Frequency change
in here,
approved.
man.
Good day. Frequency
Favorite airplane?
change
Yes, this is my
approved.
favorite
Mike
airplane
Oscar
too,
Hotel
Tushar.
Alpha Mike Echo Delta Flight of 3. Good day.
We are in
Vietnam
Singapore. For all
Airlines
those who have
2099.
just
Turn
joined us,
left
we're in
heading
Singapore.
080. Descend and maintain 8,000. Turn left heading 080.
Landing. Actually, we're landing in Singapore. We took off from Kuala
Vietnam
Lumpur.
Airlines 2099. Frequency
I'm
change
turning
approved.
first, and then I acknowledge.
Good day. Papa Oscar Papa. Turn right heading
All right, E-Train, you're on the
360.
ground. Are you on the ground in
Vietnam Airlines
Kuala Lumpur? How'd your landing
2099.
go?
Turn left heading 090. Blue 116. Turn left heading 060. Turn left heading 090. Vietnam Airlines 2099. Swiss 068. Turn left
Sounds
heading
good, Commander.
080.
Star
Turn
Chaser.
left heading 060. Blue 116.
Maintain slowest practical
Turn left
speed.
heading
Alright, we'll make that
080.
happen.
Swiss
So I see right there I did that, you know,
Vietnam
backwards. I
Airlines
should have changed my speed
2099.
first, but it's all good.
Turn left
Alright,
heading
expect vectors
080.
dial as approach
Turn
runway
left heading
20 center. Okay, now he
080.
changed us back to
Vietnam
20 center, which is what I asked for in the first
2099.
place.
Swiss
Thankfully I didn't
068.
change anything in my
Expect
flight
vectors for
plan.
the
We're gonna
ILS
go
approach
slow down
runway
to, I don't know,
20 center at
how far are we?
Singapore Changi. Roger. Swiss 068. Blue 116.
Sorry about the text
Maintain
messages.
slowest practical speed. Turn right heading 360.
Alright, so we're pretty
Papa
close.
Oscar Papa.
So we need to get
Maintain
down.
slowest
We're
practical
at 7,000. We're
speed.
pretty
Blue
good as far as
116.
altitude. We're pretty
Blue
close. So
116.
he wants us to slow
Expect
down.
vectors for the ILS
He said
approach
slowest
runway
practical
20
speed. I
center
don't know.
at
That'll
Singapore
probably be about
Changi.
200
Swiss
or
068.
190.
Expect vectors for
I'm
the
not
ILS
completely
approach runway
sure. I
20
think this
center at
airplane ahead of
Singapore
us is
Changi.
probably.
Vietnam
I'm sorry.
Airlines 2099.
Probably also landing where we're
Turn
landing.
left heading
So we may be trying to get
070.
sequence behind
American
him.
679.
So
Climb and maintain
what I'll
flight
do
level
is I'll.
200. Climb
Well,
and
we're already
maintain
slower.
flight
We're
level
at 240. He's at
200.
287, but looks like he's slowing down even more. He's at 14,000 feet.
American
So, but
679.
it doesn't look like
Climb
he's
and
ascending
maintain
either.
flight level 210. Papa Oscar Papa.
Can't really tell.
Requesting climb
So we're
to
slower
flight
than him.
level
So we'll
200.
stick to
Climb
here
and
at
maintain
200
flight
knots.
level 210. American
We're almost at
679.
6,000 feet.
Papa Oscar Papa. Turn right heading 010. Climb and maintain flight level 200.
So
Delta
we'll kick it here. We're good.
3227. Descend
Make
and
sure we
maintain
have our
4000.
localizer
Turn right
set up to
heading 010.
WSS
Climb and
20
maintain
center.
flight level 200. Papa Oscar Papa. Descend and maintain.
Which part of America do I live in? Sorry, I didn't answer you. I live in Texas. I'm actually in Houston, Texas. You know where that big hurricane just hit. That's where I
Descend and
am.
maintain 5000. Turn right heading 100. Descend and maintain 5000.
Commander Star Chaser, did I enjoy your landing the other day? I am trying to remember which landing that was. That was a lot of landings ago.
Approach runway 02 center at Singapore Changi. Thai 969. Expect vectors
Roland
for the ILS approach
Brathwaite,
runway 20 right at Singapore Changi. Thai 969.
the autopilot does
Turn
not
left heading
follow
350.
the flight plan you create. Sorry for the bad news. You have to turn it yourself.
Turn left heading 090. Blue 116.
That's one of the first questions I had when I first downloaded this app was like, how do I get it to follow the like, I made this amazing flight plan. How the heck do I get my plane to follow the flight plan that I created? And after like 30 minutes of Googling, I found out that it's not possible. But in the update coming up for Global, there's a new update where they're going to extend, because you're probably new to Infinite Flight, so that's why I'm explaining this. They're going to be extending the territory to global, so you can basically fly anywhere and everywhere. Once that update comes out, coming with that update is going to be navigation mode or something like that, where like you're able to actually plug in all these waypoints, just like I did here in my map, and the plane will actually follow that road map that you created. So that's to come, but it's just not out right now. Nice Canadian, Italian. Yes, I was definitely affected by the hurricane, but not as bad as you saw on the news.
Expect vectors for the Isles approach.
What's going on, Indian Tech? Back to the stream. Commander, your British Airways 53 Charlie 6. Okay, I'll have to look for you. Are you on the ground somewhere, or where are you at?
Thai 969. Turn left.
Everything is not good
Climb and maintain
in Houston. It really was really freaking bad.
Now,
Now, as far as my own story, I live in Houston, but just on like the north side of Houston. Now it's very spotty as far as flooding was over where I am, and so the spot that I'm specifically in, flooding was like it wasn't bad, but literally like maybe 1 mile down the street, there's houses who were gutting their houses. There's people who were gutting their houses just like a mile or less down the street from me. So flood waters weren't very far from me, but luckily I didn't get caught up in it. And also I'm in an apartment on the second floor, so even if it did get here, we may or may not still have gotten it. So I'm just turning our spoilers off. We don't need those anymore. I'll also turn our landing lights on because we're good. Below 10,000. And yeah, so thank God. We made it through here, so we're down to 4,000. No? Crap, too much, but we're going to acknowledge that. We'll go back to 4,000. No.
Descend and maintain 3,500.
Alright, you're about to probably see a bunch of text messages pop up in the group chat.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Swiss 068. Descend and maintain 4,000.
But I will explain kind of what my hurricane experience was kind of unique compared to most people's.
Southwest of Kluang at 22,000 feet. Requesting radar vectors to Singapore Changi.
A321.
Turn left heading 090.
090 for the heading now.
Right heading 090. Turn left heading 090. Swiss 068. Singapore 59.
Let's take a look at the map again. See who's in front of us. I don't know what number we are. He didn't tell us what we are on the sequence. But we are approach tower usually gives us sequence numbers. So like we might have one guy here. He doesn't have a flight plan filed. Another guy here. He is going, so he's ahead of us. He's also ahead of us. So we're where the heck are we?
Delta
Okay, he's there.
You're in an active airspace. Please contact
Singapore. Right, so we have about 3, maybe 4 planes who may be sequenced ahead of us on approach. We're flying Air New Zealand. So we'll see.
Climb and maintain 2,500.
Approach is doing a pretty good job of keeping all of us spread out. So kudos to him for sure.
3227. Expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 20.
We can actually see the ground now. Now that we're at what 4,000 feet.
Delta 3227. Swiss 068. Turn right heading.
Alright, so we're gonna slow down. The guy ahead of us is only going 195. We'll go down to 190.
Turn left heading 140. Turn right heading 100. Swiss 068.
Now, for most of you guys, I mean, I don't do tower that often. Like I don't do ATC all that often, but I have done it a few times, and I know it helps. It can be overwhelming when you're playing as ATC, and so but you want to kind of help out ATC as much as you can. Yes, their job to keep you separated, but I mean, in the end, it's your job to keep your passengers safe, right? Yeah. So you can look on the map. You can see the planes around you on a TCAS. And if you see the guy ahead of you, it's only going 194 knots, landing at the same airport as you, he's going to get sequenced ahead of you. So why not you slow yourself down to be just a little bit slower to him, or maybe even match his speed. So now he's going all the way down to 192, and he's at 3,000 feet. This looks like he's descending even more. So that's why I slowed us down to 190 knots. And and so to make sure to kind of maintain that spacing, so ATC doesn't have to worry about it as much.
Turn right heading 150.
So we're probably like number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're number 5. Looks like in line.
Frequency change approved. Good day.
Another good thing is that they have approach on. If approach wasn't on, it'd be a mess. Everybody trying to call in for landing at the same time on tower. And again, we're on the training server, so people don't do what they're supposed to do on here.
Frequency change approved. Negative 679.
Alright, E-Train, you're coming over.
Good day.
Where are you at?
Air China
Are you? Where'd you say you were?
Turn left heading 090. Air China 561. Descend and maintain 5,000. Turn right heading 090. Vietnam Airlines 2099. Air China 561. Turn left heading
Alright, I see British. I see the commander on the ground over there. 20. Was that 20 center?
Heading 090.
I don't know if they're taxiing to the
Descend
gate.
and maintain 5000.
Turn heading
Air
100.
China
Let's make that happen.
561.
Yup.
Delta
There it is.
3227.
Acknowledge.
Turn right heading 170. Delta 3227. Maintain 2000 until established on
So we're
the
basically
localizer.
ready to go.
Clear
I mean, we
dials
got
runway
everything set up.
20 right approach. Blue 116. Descend and maintain 3000.
Oh, you took off from
Blue 116.
WSSS and the
Turn right
810.
heading
Okay.
100. Delta 3227. Turn right heading 190. Turn right heading 100. Blue 116. Delta 3227. Contact Singapore Changi Tower on 118.6.
Oh crap! I didn't
Contacting
realize he
Singapore
wanted me to
Changi
descend in
Tower
3000.
on 118.6.
I missed that command.
Delta 3227. Papa Oscar Papa is 4 nautical miles south of Kluang at 8,400 feet. Requesting flight following to
My
Kuala
bad.
Lumpur. Singapore
He's probably like, why
approach.
isn't he
Tango
descending?
Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar Golf. With you. Singapore 595. Turn left heading 090. Descend and maintain 10,000.
Alright, I'm gonna slow it down. I think the guy ahead of us is going pretty slow. He's at 193. Okay, he's 93. We're good.
Turn left heading 090.
He's at 203.
Descend
Okay.
and maintain 10,000.
We'll kick it here at 190.
Singapore 595. Swiss 068.
Keep a lookout for an
Turn right heading
810.
130. Descend and maintain 3000. Turn right heading 130. Descend and maintain 3000. Swiss 068.
What is the
Vietnam
APPR
Airlines
above the heading?
2099.
Can you explain?
Descend and maintain 2500.
Yeah,
Vietnam
no problem. I
Airlines
can explain that.
2099.
That is
Turn right
basically
heading
approach mode.
100.
APPR is for
Bravo Alpha
approach.
Whiskey 52
It
Charlie
acts
6
as
is
a
1 nautical
localizer
mile south of
and as
Singapore
a glide
Changi at
slope
600
button.
feet. Flying VFR.
It's basically
Bravo
auto
Alpha
landing
Whiskey 52
is what it
Charlie
is.
6. Roger. Proceed on
Flight
course.
attendants,
And if you
please
look
prepare
here
for landing.
on my
Charlie 6. Climb and maintain
uh,
10,000.
right here next to my
Climb
altitude
and
numbers,
maintain
there's a little
10,000. Bravo
green
Alpha
triangle.
Whiskey
It's like
52 Charlie
blinking
6.
right now.
Bravo Alpha
And so
Whiskey
once I
52
get
Charlie
to
6. Requesting climb to
the
5,000.
glide slope
Bravo
path,
Alpha Whiskey 52
that
Charlie
green
6.
triangle will
Climb and
descend all the way
maintain
down
5,000.
to be
Climb and
right
maintain
here, and you'll see it when I do
Bravo
it.
Alpha Whiskey
And so when
52
it gets
Charlie
there,
6.
when that little
Tango
triangle
Romeo
gets to
Echo Echo
that little hash
Foxtrot
mark thing,
Romeo
whatever you want
Oscar
to call
Golf.
it,
Climb
you
and
will
maintain
press the
15,000.
approach mode, and what the
Tango
approach mode
Romeo
will do
Echo
is it
Echo
will
Foxtrot
lock.
Romeo Oscar Golf. Resume on navigation. Vietnam
Turn
Airlines
110.
2099. Turn right heading
Oh, too much.
130. Unable. Tango Romeo Echo
Alright,
Echo
let 'em know we're doing
Foxtrot
that.
Romeo Oscar
Alright, so once it
Golf.
gets there, you'll hit
Turn
approach,
right
and
heading
your
130.
plane will basically
Vietnam
fly
Airlines
itself to the runway.
2099.
And
Swiss
you'll see
068.
an example of me
Turn
doing
right
that
heading
here in
140.
a
Descend
couple
and
minutes.
maintain 2500. Turn right heading 140.
And not only that, you also want to pay attention down here to this little center heading. So right now our heading is 110, but there's a little line that's like blinking right here, and what that is that's actually your localizer. And that is when that's centered, that means you're flying directly center and towards the runway. So right now it's flashing on the right, and that's because on the left, because the runway is actually off of our right wing. And another thing is you have to make sure that this over here, click and hold that, and then let go, and then that's going to show all the different approaches you can do in the air. You can set it to auto, and it'll set, I guess, to the nearest one or something. But I like to do it manually. So right now we're going to set it to ILS 20 center, which is our landing runway. And so now, nothing changed because what we had that already, but now once we get in range, all those things will animate into place where they need to be. So that's why on my map, I set up my flight plan to guide us right into this red cone, which is the ILS area, and that's where your approach can be activated. You can actually activate approach outside of that area, but that's the final approach. Don't know if I explained that well enough, but we're about to do it.
Romeo Oscar Golf. Expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 20 center of
Let's take a look though, see what the traffic situation is. We're going to turn it off. Oh wait, hold on, he's talking to us. Heading 130, 2,500 feet.
Turn right heading
What is it? What is it? 2,000? How high are we going again?
2,500.
Oh, crap.
Swiss 068. Contact Singapore Changi Tower on 118.6. November 657 Kilo Juliet is 32 nautical miles west of Sene International at 12,400 feet. Requesting
I'm
aisles
gonna slow her down to
approach
180.
runway 04
Another
at
thing
head.
I've
Blue
learned is it's
116,
best to
turn
have
right heading
your
130,
your
descend and
indicated
maintain
speed
2500,
be around
Air
like
China
180ish
561,
or lower before you hit
descend
approach
and
2
maintain 3000.
for you know a
Bravo
better
Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie
for
6
better
is 6
chances.
nautical miles east of Celliter at 4500 feet. Requesting aisles approach
Does
runway 20
ATC
center at
give you
Singapore
heading
Changi.
speed altitude
Turn
when
right
you're
heading
cruising, landing,
080.
or
Descend and maintain
takeoff?
5000.
Um,
Singapore 595.
no. ATC really only gives you okay, well, ATC gives you everything they're supposed to give you. Like they give you heading on approach. They also will give you speed on approach when needed. Usually they don't have to give it to you, but if they're trying to space you with other aircraft, they will give you an actual speed. All right, 180 are heading now. So right now he's giving us heading a 180.
Thai 969. You're in an active airspace. Please contact Singapore approach on 120.3.
Alright, cool. So we're clear to land for the ILS. Maintain 2,500 until established. That just means until we get the approach mode working on the ILS. Turn heading 200. We might have overshot it. No, we didn't.
Turn right heading 160. Descend and maintain 2000.
It's kind of a lot to explain in a very short period of time. A lot of things are happening. Is that an A10? Yes, it is. There he is. Alright, we're turning right heading 200 is what we're doing already, which is actually gonna. He's pointing us perfectly, basically to the runway already. To the.
Descend and maintain 4000.
So if we look here, we're already heading towards that red cone, which is he's pointing us perfectly to the ILS glide slope. So now see that green triangle is no longer it's no longer blinking. So that means we're getting close to our glide slope. And as you look on the middle here, that line's already centered. So we're already perfectly centered with the runway, even if we were not to turn on approach mode.
Turn right heading 200.
So once that little triangle gets to the rectangle, we're going to touch the approach mode button. I'm actually going to slow us down a little bit more, about 170. And I'm going to put about 5 degrees of flaps in.
Contacting Singapore Changi Tower on 118.6, Blue 116. Vietnam Airlines 2099.
Because once we hit that approach, it's going to put us up there. There it is. It's right there centered. It's kind of wiggling. Once it kind of... Right there, we can hit it anytime now. I just kind of like to let it stop wiggling when I touch it because it'll jerk sometimes. Sometimes it'll jerk. Now, as you see, it looks like I'm out of control. Plane kind of jerk to the right. It does that. But what it's doing is it's correcting us. It's correcting what my heading was. It's correcting what my altitude. It's correcting my vertical speed. All that stuff. So right now, I am not flying the plane. Approach mode is flying the plane now. The plane is no longer in my control. What I can control is I can control the speed, which will go down to about 160. I can control the flaps, will go down to 15. I'll turn our spoilers to arm to make sure our landing lights are on. Alright, so we are 5 miles from the landing field, so we'll hit the gear. What's going on, Freddie Plays? And yeah, I see you, E-Train.
Swiss 068.
Looking good. I think that was him right there.
And contact ground. Please expedite.
Pretty dope.
November 518 Golf.
Alright, so that's basically it. I don't know if if you got that. We can't even see the landing.
Line up and wait runway 20
the field yet.
Center. November 518 Golf Delta.
So yeah, as you can see, approach is it's gonna stick it, like it's gonna stay there. The plane's gonna keep itself right here on that line. It's also gonna maintain its heading to fly us directly to the runway and land it. So basically the plane's going to land us on its own. It's even going to do the flare. What a lot of people will do is they'll disengage the autopilot. A lot of people do this in real life also. They disengage the autopilot when they get to about 500 feet or even 1,000 feet. Sometimes they fly the rest of the way. But we're actually going to let it land itself right now.
Runway 20 right. Sierra Quebec 321.
Slow our speed down to 140, which is where I like to land at. We'll go down all the way to full flaps.
Runway 20 center. Cleared for takeoff. Thank you. Good day. Swiss 068.
Look at that. Flap full.
Roger. Make right traffic runway 20 right. Roger. Tango Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar.
There's a plane on the runway, ATC. Oh, he's taking off. You better hurry up and get out the way.
Singapore Changi Tower. Air China 561.
We are on the training server.
I
don't need this map anymore. I'll turn it off.
Inbound for landing.
Flaps set. Alright, we're good. Speed's good. Flaps set. Spoilers are armed. Gear down. 3 green.
Number 3.
Alright, we're landing.
Runway 20 center. Air China 561. Singapore Changi Tower. November 512.
Alright, once we touch down, I'm gonna disengage autopilot.
Runway 20 center. Remaining in the pattern. November 512 Victor Oscar. Please
Reversers
follow
on.
instructions.
Alright, now you don't want to use your reversers under 60 knots once you get on the ground. I don't know if that's a real thing, but that's, oh crap, brakes are on. We gotta get off the runway. But when it comes to flying with infinite passenger, if you have your reversers under 60 knots, you actually get a penalty for it. So we're gonna go ahead and take this runway right here because I want to get off of the runway as soon as possible. It's kind of sharp. Nice. Didn't go in the grass. Alright, now we're off the runway, kinda. We can undo our spoilers.
Quebec 321. Request frequency
Taxi
change.
out of here.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 20 center. November 512 Victor Oscar.
43 minutes for flight time.
November 512
So far,
Victor
1
Oscar.
hour on the
Please
screen.
check tutorials on the forum for assistance
I don't know if there's any
using
ground.
ATC
There is.
instructions.
We'll ask ground to
Singapore
taxi
Changi
to
Tower.
parking.
Time 969 is 9 nautical miles
Go
to
off
the
to our
northeast
left.
at 2,800 feet.
I have no ideas where any of you
Requesting runway 20
where any of you are
right.
parked, so I'm just gonna
Singapore
park
Changi
wherever I
ground.
want.
Blue 116.
I'm gonna have to get out anyways and get back
Request
in.
taxi to parking.
Yeah, Dre, I saw you joined, man. Cool. Welcome to Blue Arrow.
Blue 116. Taxi to parking. November 507 Yankee Echo. Pushback approved. Expect runway 20 center. Taxiing to parking. Blue 116. Pushback approved. November
park like
507
those,
Yankee Echo. Singapore Changi ground. Tango Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar Golf. Request taxi to parking. Singapore Changi ground. November 512 Victor Oscar. Ready to taxi. November 512 Victor Oscar. Taxi to runway 20 right.
Let's see.
Contact tower when ready.
Oh, right next to it. I thought we were right in the line. Oh well, that's good enough. Alright, landing lights off, strobe lights off. They should have been off a long time ago. Seatbelt signs are off. No smoking. We'll leave those on because there's never smoking on my flight. And let's see. E-Train says he's taxiing to parking. Let's see. I don't see. I know you're in A10. So you probably landed right behind me or something.
Singapore 953 flight of 4.
Tower won't even be able to see any
Singapore
landing
953
planes.
flight of 4. Taxi to parking.
See.
November 512
Oh, there you are.
Victor Oscar. Correction.
Whoa, whoa,
Stand
whoa.
by. Taxiing to parking.
Try that again.
Singapore
There you go.
953 flight of 4.
Yes, I will do one more flight.
November 512 Victor Oscar. Taxi to runway 20 right. Contact tower when ready.
Let's see. Where shall we fly to or from? Where do you guys want to fly to next? I'll let you guys choose this one. We'll do a vote. Let's see. Southern California always has lots of people. Singapore, still looking pretty good. Caribbean has a good amount of ATC over there. So does Amsterdam. Actually, Amsterdam only has ATC at Amsterdam. London has ATC. Let's look at the expert server. Anybody on the expert server? No, not really. Oops. So I guess we'll do training server. Where do I want to fly to? I mean, it's like I would fly back to Kuala Lumpur, but there's no ATC there. I want to fly somewhere that has ATC. That's the thing. So, let's do. Alright, we gotta choose. I don't want to waste too much time trying to pick. So choices are: we can do another flight in Singapore. We can fly back to Kuala Lumpur where we won't have air traffic. I mean, we won't have ATC, but I mean, somebody could come online any second. Or we could just go back to Southern Cali. I would probably, if we go to Southern Cali, I would probably fly from NUC to Palm Springs. No, we'll probably do NUC to K-San. No, K-San is just nuts. You know what? No, we're gonna stay here. We'll make it easy. We'll stay here at Singapore, and we'll just, since y'all are already here, we'll just stay here at Singapore. And we'll fly back up to Kuala Lumpur. Actually, let's take a look at the map. What else is out there? And maybe there's another airport we could fly to that's not where we just came from. So I don't know where I'm just gonna pick that. Actually, what I need to do is I need to close that. Go here, check a look at this. Flight went smooth. Capacity 264, but we only had 190 passengers. Satisfaction was at good. Score is 80 out of 100. I can take that. Income 3 mil. I can dig it. $3 million. All right, we'll save that and move to the next flight. What's going on, the LA Barats? We're gonna fly 787 again. Select that. We'll stay at generic. That's fine. No boarding music. We'll hit start. Head back to Infinite Flight again. Reopen that. Reconnected. If you just joined in, we're on our second flight. This will be my last flight of the stream today. So if you would like to join now. We're going to be joining in the Singapore region, flying from Singapore, WSSS Whiskey Sierra Sierra Sierra. I'm flying at noon, flying the 787-900. I'm going to stick with the New Zealand livery because I just like it so much. And we'll hit fly. What's going on, Elise Noble? Welcome to the stream. If you haven't already, definitely hit that big red button to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys, though, who are in the chat, and also thank you guys who are actually in the airport with me right now. In Infinite Flight. Let's have some fun. Let's have a fun flight with this next one. Yeah, you better hurry. You're landing in London. Alright, so you said WMBT. Where is that? Yeah, let's do that. I've actually never... Oh, bro. Okay, yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Okay, let's do that. I tried landing there the other day. And it was really hard. So we can do that. We can do that for sure.
Singapore Changi Ground. Bravo Alpha Whiskey.
I might wreck.
Charlie
we might crash.
Request taxi
oh
to
my god.
parking.
Let's try it. Let's do it. Okay,
Bravo
so making a flight plan now.
Taxi to parking.
We'll take off where we landed, which was 20
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52
There's no waypoint there, so I can't do that. We're taking off south.
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52
waypoint there,
6.
and then
Taxi to parking. Taxi into parking.
we can make
Bravo
a right
Alpha
turn
52 Charlie 6.
to the Sinjin VOR, and then we'll fly back way over here. And then, okay, so one thing I learned. Yeah, that's the thing. You're right. The 789 probably can't fit at WMBT.
Singapore Changi Ground.
So I might need to change planes.
Ready to taxi.
I might need to change. Yeah, we're gonna change planes. Thanks for the like, man. We're gonna change planes. What we're gonna do? Because you're right. I tried I tried landing a 7. No, I tried flying an 8. I mean, I tried landing an A380 there with a friend of mine over there at WMBT as an emergency landing because we had to go. We literally had to go, and so we were trying to find the closest airport to us was that one. So I'm gonna change to
ready for pushback.
a different aircraft.
Correction.
Let's see, well,
Stand
in
by.
flight.
ASL 875.
And that means I won't be able to use this.
Expect runway 20
Cancel that. Cancel back. We'll do free play. We don't really need boarding music anymore. We'll turn off the safety recording. I'll hit start. Come back here and we'll change to citation because I really like the citation. It's my favorite. Actually, I can't say it's my favorite private jet. It's the favorite private jet that they have currently on here. In real life, my favorite is a Challenger. All right, we're back in. A319. I'm just gonna do private jet. I like private jets. I haven't flown one. I haven't flown a private jet on the stream yet, so I'm gonna fit all 9 of us who's watching right now in this private jet, and we're gonna fly over to WMBT for a still very challenging approach, because it's very challenging to fly there. We'll do the same flight plan. Do the same flight plan.
Singapore Changi ground. November 729 Alpha Foxtrot. Ready to taxi.
Here, and then straight all the way to this VOR right there. Looks good. And then we'll basically just fly there.
November 729 Alpha Foxtrot.
And then
taxi to runway 20 center.
Okay, so what I was going to say earlier, welcome to the stream, Kendama Edits.
Azul 875. Request permission to cross runway 20
what I learned was that it's kind of impossible to land at 02. Like, I don't even know why there's a GPS approach to it.
Malaysian 380 Super.
Because it's kind of impossible. Like, there's literally a mountain right on the other side of the runway. So we need to land at runway 20. And no, the global is still not released.
Cross runway
Which app was what?
Center.
Oh, that was Infinite Passenger.
Malaysian 380 Super. Taxi to parking.
All right, let's get started, because we have a lot of people in here, and I know everybody got places to be and things to do, and so do I.
Singapore Changi
So we're going to
Bravo
contact ground, request pushback.
India.
We don't
Ready
technically need to push
taxi
back
to
because we're in a
runway
citation,
20
but it's too late already.
Taxiing to runway 20 center. November 729 Alpha Foxtrot. Singapore
Oh, look at that.
Ground. Blue 116. Ready for pushback. Taxiing to parking.
All right, so okay, I'll
Super.
disregard.
Blue 116. Pushback approved. Expect runway 20 center. Singapore Changi ground.
Not 20
Tango
right.
Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar Golf. Ready to taxi. Pushback approved. Blue 116. Blue 116.
Right.
Disregard last message.
That's a little bit farther.
Crossing
That's fine.
runway 20 center. Azul
I'll put
875.
that.
Blue 116.
Light
Pushback
started.
approved. Expect runway 20 right. Tango Romeo Echo Echo.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna make it in time, man. We're already pushing back.
Taxi to runway 20 center. Contact tower.
Thank you for that compliment, but I am not a pro at this game, that is for sure. But I do appreciate that compliment. Wait, let me find out what's right in turn. Nose needs to go to the left.
Taxiing to runway 20 center. Bravo Uniform Hotel Alpha
I need
Romeo
to reset my
India.
calibration for this thing
Taxiing
is
to
turning.
runway 20 center. Tango
Commander,
Romeo
what's
Echo
going on, man? We're
Foxtrot
pushing back. We're
Romeo
flying to
Oscar Golf.
WMBT. This will be fun for all of us.
Tango Romeo
It's
Echo
gonna be a
Echo
tough
Foxtrot
approach.
Romeo Oscar Golf. Hold position. Holding position.
There's
Tango
no
Romeo
ILS at this
Echo Echo
airport.
Foxtrot
It's a
Romeo
very,
Oscar
very
Golf.
short runway, a tiny airport, so it's actually uncontrolled, I think.
Tango Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar
So I'll
Golf.
push back a little bit more and give
Taxi to
him some
grass.
space. Since we're flying with people now, I'm gonna turn on airplane names so that I can see you guys and who you are. Alright, so we got Stuart. What's going on, Stuart? It's a good friend of mine. Stuart's up in here. We got a tree frog on the other side of the airport. I see you over there. I'm not sure who else we got in the got here. Okay, you're backing up a little bit too much. You're gonna hit my wing.
Tango Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar Golf. Contact Singapore Changi Tower on 118.6.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and request taxi.
Pushback approved. Expect
we
runway
can get
20
started.
center. Singapore Changi ground. Blue 116.
Alright, cool.
Ready
You'll
to
meet us at the
taxi.
runway. Sounds good, bro. You got distracted. We're taking off at runway 20 right. That's what we got assigned.
Jet Airways 191 Super. Contacting Singapore Changi Tower on 118.6. Tango Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar Golf. Singapore Changi ground.
Thank you for that number 10 like, Lord Boss. I really appreciate that. Make sure you also hit that sub button too. Oh, cool. WSS is home. Taxi 20 right. Contact tower ready. Alright. We're ready to roll.
Taxi to runway 20 right. Contact tower when ready.
Alright, so we're jumping inside to beautiful cockpit of the Cessna Citation X, one of my favorite cockpits on this game. It just looks beautiful. And before we get distracted on the cockpit, we will start taxiing, and then we can enjoy the cockpit view. Alright, so let's take a look at our map though, that I just got rid of, to find out how to get to 20 right. It's right ahead of us, so let's see. I guess we'll just take this taxiway right here.
Singapore Changi ground. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6.
Yeah, we can go this way.
Ready to taxi. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6.
And just so you know, guys who are
right.
taxiing with me, you do not need your
Singapore
landing or
Changi
strobe
ground.
lights until we get on the runway.
Request taxi to parking. Taxiing to runway 20
Alright, so you want to get here, Dre.
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6. Thai 969. Taxi to parking.
I will set our flaps to 5. Let's see, we need to pick an altitude.
Taxiing to parking. Thai 969.
The cool thing about this Cessna Citation is I believe it can get pretty high pretty fast. So, I don't know, let's start with an initial takeoff altitude about 5,000, and then from there we'll move up. Alright, I see the commander over there.
Singapore Changi ground. New Zealand 896 flight of 2. Ready to taxi to runway 02 center.
We got a good diverse group of planes too. We got a Thomas Cook A320, got an A321 probably. And then we get behind us, we got another Citation, and I believe we might have something else flying with us also. I'll take point.
New Zealand 896 flight of 2. Taxi to runway 20 right. Contact tower when ready.
So runway right over there to the left. Stop turning. One thing I wish they would add to this sim. Yes, the graphics are amazing on this plane. Is the ability to like disconnect the tilt feature, like when you're on the ground. You know what I mean? So like, you know, maybe you only want to control your plane on the ground with the rudder or with the nose wheel. And so that way you can be able to disengage the tilt, kind of like when you're in autopilot. You know, when you're in autopilot in the air, it doesn't matter how you tilt your phone or whatever. You can be laying down, whatever you do, and it won't. Don't run me over. You know, and it won't affect. It won't affect anything, and so I wish they would make some kind of thing like that on the ground too. Come on, guys behind me, let's be professional. None of that. None of that being inside each other. We don't fly like that around here. All right, we'll take it right here. I'm gonna hold short, runway 20 right. Make sure we got everything set up. Brakes on, brakes on, brakes on, brakes on. Don't run me over. Don't run me over. He's hit. Okay, dead. All of us are dead. We're all dead. All three of us. We just all died. Exploded. That's like 300 passengers who just died. Anyways, I'll ignore that it happened. I see Dre behind us. Alright, that's our number 4. I think that's everybody. And somebody just landed? Yeah, somebody just landed. I'll request takeoff. To your right. ATC is like, what the heck? All I see is one person.
Contact Singapore approach on 120.3. Singapore Changi Tower, Blue 116. Ready for takeoff at runway 20 right. Departing north. Contact
What's going on, Andrew Gamer? Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. Good to hear from you.
November 729 Alpha Foxtrot.
We're all bunched up right now. I don't even know what the heck is going on. Thank you, Aviator Lucas, for subbing. Alright, make sure everybody got everything set up. Air New Zealand 787. Bro, let me know how it goes landing that plane where we're going.
Line up and wait runway 20 center. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 20 center. November 729 Alpha Foxtrot.
No advertising, Android.
896 flight of 2. Ready for takeoff at runway 20 right. Remaining in the pattern. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6. Line up and wait runway 20 right. Line up and wait runway 20 right. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 5.
Thank you, Minecraft Gaming.
Singapore Changi Tower.
Team Red Cup, welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard this beautiful private Cessna Citation X. I'm on an iPhone 7.
Departing north. Sierra Tango Echo Whiskey
Airport
Alpha
busy,
Romeo
expect the
Tango
raise.
Heavy. Hold short of runway 20 right. Attention all aircraft. Airport is busy. Expect delays.
That's a dope freaking, look at that. That's a dope livery too on that Air New Zealand. That's why I like Air New Zealand's liveries. They just all look
Holding
good.
short runway 20 right. Sierra
Probably
Tango
expensive
Echo
too to
Whiskey
paint a whole
Alpha
plane
Romeo
black.
Tango Heavy. November 729 Alpha Foxtrot. Runway 20 center. Cleared for immediate takeoff. Unable pattern work.
I have to say though, one thing I've learned since I've been streaming for like a month, one thing I've learned that's really cool about the Infinite Flight community, but not only the Infinite Flight community, but the YouTube Infinite Flight community, is that I like how all of us kind of watch all of each other's videos. You know what I mean? Like you see a lot of familiar names and people in all the different Infinite Flight streams, and I think that's really cool that, you know, we all support each other, so I appreciate that. But I do still have to say, you know, like, no advertising, like, don't like come in here trying to promote Instagrams and, you know, channels, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta respect the person who's streaming at the moment, and your time will come when you can promote yourself. But
Sierra Tango Echo Whiskey
please
Alpha
be
Romeo
respectful
Tango
to the
Heavy.
person streaming, and not just online, but on other people's streams
Jet
too.
Airways 191 Super. You're in an active airspace. Please contact Singapore Changi Tower on 118.6. ASL 875. Runway 20 center.
I don't know if any of you were here that one time. I actually think the replay might be up. It's one of my last streams I did a few days ago. We were flying out of Australia at Canberra, and we literally were taxiing for about 30 to 40 minutes. It was pretty terrible. And it wasn't like this where I'm like holding short for a while. Like, we were literally taxiing for 30 minutes because we kept having to stop to cross runways, and it was extremely busy on the expert server. It was crazy. And then after that, we ended up, I took off, and as soon as I got off the runway, my phone died. I was like, what is going on? Like, all that for nothing. I mean, it had like 20 people watching at the time, and as soon as I took off, my phone just died. I was like, man, hey, Stuart, you can go ahead and take off without me. I'm going to take off once I get cleared to take off. We're not going to fly in formation. And we can catch up. I can catch up with you when we get in the air, but for now, go ahead and take off. DC-10? I don't know, we'll see. I'm really interested in what kind of package they give us with the global update, because, you know, with the current package, if you I believe if you subscribe to Infinite Flight Live for a year, you also get all the aircraft that are available, and so there might be some type of deal like that also when global comes out too. Dang, don't flip it, bro. Oh god, oh no. Oh no. We have a crashed airplane on the entrance of runway 20 right. We may not ever get off the ground.
Runway 20 right. Sierra Tango Echo Whiskey.
Is everyone okay over there? He might have a broken landing gear or something.
November 507 Yankee Echo. Ready for takeoff at runway
but yeah, the DC-10 sounds really fun. I'm looking forward to doing it. What's going on, Cozy? What's up, man? What is up? Okay, now he's away. I guess everything's okay with his aircraft. Alright, gonna wait for the good to go. He's probably gonna he should be giving us like a lineup in the way. There's no aircraft down.
Runway 20 center. Cleared for immediate takeoff. Unable pattern work. ASL 875. Contact Singapore approach on 120.
Yeah, man, we've been
cleared for takeoff.
I'm just barely lining up right now, so you might actually catch us before we all get off the ground. Alright, we're clear to line up and wait 20 right. That's what we're gonna do.
Line up and wait runway 20 center. Contacting Singapore approach on 120.3, ASL 875.
Alright, we're actually clear for immediate takeoff, so we'll
runway 20
do that also. Alright, so now that we're clear for me to take off, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn on our strobes and landing lights. You have to be careful taxiing in this little Cessna. If you taxi too fast, you will you'll flip it or do what you saw Stewart do just a second ago. What's going on, Donutter Lightning? Thanks for joining in with us. We're departing out of WSSS Singapore, flying to WMB something. Once I get in the air, I'll give you a briefing of the flight.
Hold short of runway 20 right. Holding short runway 20
go.
right. New Zealand 896 flight of 2. Singapore Changi Tower. Jet Airways 191 Super. Ready for takeoff at runway 20 center. Departing north. Jet Airways 191 Super. Runway 20 center. Cleared for immediate takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 20 center.
Turn the map back on.
Jet Airways 191 Super. Japan Air 123. You're in an active airspace.
I'll go ahead and change
Singapore Changi Tower on
to our second waypoint.
Singapore
Actually, I don't even need to do that. We'll go to our third
November
waypoint.
401 Mike Bravo. Ready for takeoff at runway 20 center. Departing straight out. Stand by. Japan Air 123.
We'll make a right turn.
Jet Airways
Intercept that waypoint.
323. Line up and wait runway 20 center. November 507 Yankee Echo. Request frequency change. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 20 right. New Zealand 896 flight of 2. Singapore Changi Tower. 9 Victor Charlie X-Ray Juliet. Ready for takeoff at runway 20
Alright, looking good, making that right turn.
Departing
We'll X for a frequency change.
Center. November 401 Mike Bravo. 9
Wraps
Victor
up.
Charlie X-Ray Juliet.
Landing lights
Hold
off.
short of
Don't
runway
need
20
any more.
right.
We'll contact
Singapore
approach
Changi
on
Tower.
12.0.
North Shuttle 211 is 8 nautical miles to the northeast at 2,000 feet. Inbound for landing. Blue 116. Request
Yeah, it'd be cool if somebody could be tower
Contact Singapore
or
approach
something
on
at
120.3.
WBT. That'd be dope.
Singapore Changi Tower. New Zealand 896 flight
Alright,
of
now it's
2.
clearing up a
Ready
little
for
bit now that we've
takeoff
gotten
at
off the
runway
ground.
20 right. Remaining in the pattern. Singapore Changi Tower. Japan Air 123. Ready for takeoff at runway 20 center. Departing straight out. North Shuttle 211. Number 1. Runway 02 center.
E-Train says, to be honest, I've never had a successful landing.
Descend and maintain 4,000. ASL 875. Thank you. Good day. ASL 875.
Nice, we're at 5,000 now. I don't think I ever decided how high I want to go. Let's look at how far we are. Let's just go to 12,000. We'll keep it simple. Like so. If anybody would like to volunteer to be air traffic for us at, actually it is a controlled airport, at Whiskey Mike Bravo Tango, that would be great. We don't have any kind of weather there right now, so it doesn't even matter because we're going to be landing at runway 20. But look how little this runway is. Tiny. Extremely tiny. So good luck landing that 787 there. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it. I believe in you. I was going to try that first, but I just would rather not. I'd just rather not right now. Alright, let's make a roll call. I know like 4 of us are taking off, and now I don't know where any of you are. So, where you guys at? Let's see. That's not you. Sky Shark, I don't think that's you. Stewart is behind us. How'd you get behind us? I did take a shortcut. It's Dre is literally going 150 knots over here. So.
Emirates 999.
I think I'm ahead of everybody.
Descend and maintain 3,000.
Who's just up here? Oh, E-Train's ahead of us in the A321.
Tango Romeo Echo
Yeah, E-Train, if you could slow down, maybe a little bit. You and the commander, if y'all could like slow down to, I don't know, like 200 knots, that would be great. So that way we can catch up.
Emirates 999.
Singapore Center's online.
116. You're in an active airspace. Please contact Singapore Center on 133.
And what I'll do is I'll go faster.
Singapore Center, Blue
I'm going up to 12,000, so I can meet you guys at 12,000
116.
feet. But if you could
Roger.
slow down to about 200 knots, I'm going to speed up and try to catch up with you guys once I get above 10,000. Okay, so E-train rate 150. Okay, cool. That works.
Blue 116. Turn right.
And it's true, random car. You do need a perfect approach to even touch that runway. It's true. It's very true. It's tough. It's gonna be fun. Once we get there, we'll see. Maybe we'll do a flyby so you can see how low. I mean, how tough of an approach it is. Once you see the runway, you're like, wow.
Air France 792 is 2 nautical miles west of
Never mind, I'm stalling.
500 feet.
You might need to go a little faster than that.
Following to Kuala Lumpur. Sierra Tango Echo Whiskey Alpha Romeo Tango Heavy. Turn right heading 360. Turn right heading 360.
Let's go this
Blue
faster.
116. Air France 792. Proceed on course to Kuala Lumpur. Proceed on course. Air France 792.
Right heading 360. We were already doing that.
52 Charlie 6 is 15 nautical miles northeast of Sene International at 22,000 feet. Requesting flight following to Pulau Blue 116.
Alright, cool. I see Stuart right behind us.
360. Turn right
So he caught up with me. How'd you get? You must be pretty high.
Bravo
He's at
Alpha
9,800.
52 Charlie
Going
6.
295 knots. How'd you get away with that?
Proceed on course. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6.
Alright, once you catch me, Stuart, I'm gonna speed up to probably 300 knots to catch up with these guys. Tree Frog is just freaking limping, and then Commander's gone. But you need to slow down, bro. You need to slow down. We're gonna catch you. We are not gonna catch you. What's going on, 69 pilots? Welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard. This is beautiful. Again, Cessna Citations X. I do not get paid to say that. I just really like this plane. Let's enjoy this for a second while we're look at that. I mean, it'd be so cool if we could touch this stuff, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's a dope cockpit.
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6. Descend and maintain 11,000. Descend and maintain 11,000.
There's no overhead panel, but a lot of most private, not all, but a lot of private planes don't have an overhead thing. Somebody's coming in at F-22.
Bravo Romeo Bravo 001 is 22 nautical
He said turn
miles
360.
west of
Never
Kuala,
mind.
24,000 feet. Flying VFR.
020.
Blue 116. Turn right heading 020.
Is somebody in the
Air
chat?
France
Is that center? Is somebody in the
792
chat
is 2
center?
nautical miles northeast of Seletar at 2,600 feet. Requesting Isles approach runway 32 right at Kuala Lumpur. Alpha Bravo Romeo Bravo 001 is 20 nautical miles west of Kluang at 23,500 feet. Flying VFR.
How do you
Air
get
France
multiplayer?
792.
It's just
Singapore
infinite
approach
flight.
on 120.3.
I mean, you just basically go
Turn
infinite
right
flight
heading
and you go fly
020.
online. That's
Blue
it.
116. Contacting Singapore approach on 120.
Right, our visibility is completely
Air
gone
France
now.
792.
See, Stuart's right behind him. I have visual of Stuart.
Bravo Alpha
I'm gonna
Whiskey
speed up
52
now.
Charlie 6
How
is
far are we
32
from you?
nautical miles northeast of Sene
I'm gonna go up to
20,300 feet.
probably basically as fast as things
Requesting
go. I don't know how
GPS
fast that
approach
is.
Runway 02 at Pulau.
Let's turn this back on. I'm gonna try 300. We'll leave it there. We'll see what our max speed is in the citation. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, we can go probably 320, 330, 340. Okay, we can go 340. We'll do 340.
Bravo Alpha Whiskey
Thank you
52
for the
Charlie
fair
6
thing. I'm
is
not sure what you mean by
35
fair,
nautical
but
miles
fair is a
east
good
of
thing.
Kluang at
Positive. I like it.
19,100 feet.
Thank you.
Requesting GPS approach runway 02 at Pulau.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we're heading 020. That doesn't take us to our next waypoint. Can I like request a certain heading? Is that possible?
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52
We
Charlie
need to be
6.
going
Requested airport is
358.
outside of coverage area. Proceed on course. Roger. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6. Alpha Bravo Romeo Bravo 001. Roger.
I can
Proceed
ask
on
for
course.
altitude change, but I can't
Alpha
ask for a
Bravo
heading.
Romeo Bravo 001.
That's something I need to add.
Roger. Proceed on course. Alpha Bravo Romeo Bravo 001. Roger. Proceed on course. Alpha Bravo Romeo Bravo 001. Roger. Proceed on course. Alpha Bravo
Okay, what's gonna make this even more
Bravo
interesting is if there's no
001.
visibility
Roger. Proceed on
at
course.
WMBT.
Alpha Bravo Romeo Bravo
Because right now
001.
we're at
Roger.
12,000 feet
Proceed
and we
on
can't
course.
see nothing.
Alpha Bravo Romeo Bravo 001. Roger. Proceed on course.
But when we get there,
116 is 21 nautical miles northeast of
I'm not
San
sure if we'll be able to see
International,
anything.
12,000 feet. Requesting flight
Maintain
following
400 knots or
Takeoff.
greater.
Climb and maintain flight
I should have said
level
unable
180.
because
Air France 792.
my max speed is
Blue
350,
116.
so 400 knots would not be
Maintain
possible.
400 knots or greater. Maintain
Change that to
400
20.
knots or greater. Blue 116. Blue 116. Thank you. Proceed on course. Alpha Bravo Romeo Bravo 001. Blue 116.
Look for you on the
I'm
map,
sorry.
Danish
9
gamers.
Victor
I don't.
Charlie
What's your
X-ray
call
Juliet.
sign, or what do you? Where
Requesting
you
descent
at?
to 14,000.
E-train, how fast should you go once you catch up? Let's. We're getting pretty close. We'll slow down to like 250,
Blue
245.
116. Do not exceed 340 knots. Do not exceed 340
So you can probably start
knots.
speeding up now
Blue
because we're already like
116.
passing you. I'm gonna turn. What did he say to me earlier?
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6.
Okay,
Request
I don't know what he's. I think he might be just flying
9
us
Victor
directly.
Charlie X-ray Juliet. Descend and maintain 30,000. Descend and maintain 30,000. 9 Victor
Yeah, he has us
Charlie
flying
X-ray
directly to the
Juliet.
airport, but
Bravo
I would like
Alpha
to not
Whiskey
fly
52
directly
Charlie
to the
6.
airport.
Contact
I
Pulaski
don't have
Oman
to.
Unicum on 122.8. Contacting Pulaski Oman Unicum on 122.8.
I see a jet now. There
Bravo
you are.
Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie
Air Force
6.
831. That's Danish gamer and F-22. There's whoever that is. We're actually really close. Just nothing. You can't see nothing out the window. There's tree frog on our left wing. There's a jet behind us. So I can see you guys. Gone. He just freaking buzzed us. That's funny. You can request VFR even though you're breaking the main rule of VFR. Yeah, it's true.
Blue 116. Proceed on course to Pulaski Oman. Blue 116. I'm sorry. Blue 116. Contact Pulaski Oman.
Yeah, hey
Unicum
Cozy,
on
can you switch to
122.8.
what is this? What is this telling me to go to?
Contacting
Alright, can you switch to
Pulaski Oman
tower?
Unicum on 122.8. Blue 116.
I'm gonna start descending too. So let's go down. Let's see that first. Let's find out if we can get the field elevation. 15 feet. Okay, that's like sea level basically. We'll go down to 2,000. Slower down, way down. We're gonna go down to 240, 230-ish, 30. Ah. All right, flight spoiler is on. I'm gonna fly. Let's see. You know what we'll do? We'll fly direct to Whiskey Mike Bravo Tango, and we'll do a procedure turn. Hopefully y'all know what that is. We'll do a procedure turn for our arrival. And if you don't know what a procedure turn is, I'll explain in a second.
Charlie 6 is 14 nautical miles to the
Alright, so we're
southwest
slowed
of
down. Now we're gonna go down.
9,900
What did I say? Did I say
feet.
2,000 or
Inbound for
3,000?
landing.
We'll do 2,500.
Requesting runway 02. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6. Number 1. Runway 02. Cleared for the option. Number 1. Cleared for the option. Runway 02. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6.
Alright, there we go.
Sierra Tango Echo Whiskey Alpha Romeo Tango Heavy. You're in an active airspace. Please contact Puashi Oman Tower.
Hey guys, you do not want to land on 02. Trust me, you don't want to land on 02. Land 20.
Puashi Oman Tower. Blue 116 is 25 nautical miles to the south at 11,100.
You have infinite flight, but not live. You need to get live, man. I know it's, I mean, even just, I mean, a month is like $5. So, I mean, if you don't want to commit to a whole year and pay with like $50 or $60, that $5 is definitely worth for a month.
Number 1, clear to land. Runway 20, Blue 116. Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6. Go around.
Yeah, we're trying not to leave you behind, man. We're in Singapore region. Yeah, 2,000 feet is a little too low to get over those mountains. That is true, but I'm not planning on flying over the mountains. So, what I'm gonna, what I want to do is,
Puashi Oman Tower. Tango Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo.
I'm gonna set our last waypoint as our active waypoint. That way it gives us a direct to that.
For landing.
But what I want to do is basically, you see where this aircraft is right here, where British Airways flight is. We're gonna go.
Tango Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar Golf.
We're kind of just gonna kind of circle this area right here. So we're not gonna go over like this. We're gonna go like this, and then take a look at the airport, and then we'll do a procedure turn, taking us back out to this VRR, and then come right back to land at 20. I'm gonna basally come like. For approach, I'm gonna go like this. Crap, dang it! Sorry. I'm gonna go like this. Oh my god, come on. Alright, so I'm gonna go like this. Back out, and then like that. Makes any sense at all. Or we might just circle the whole island and then come around.
Requesting runway 20. Sierra Tango Echo Whiskey Alpha Romeo Tango Heavy. Number 4.
Nice, you made it in the A380 once. Good job.
Cleared to land. Number 4. Cleared to land. Runway 20.
What's up, Shawshank Indian Gamer, man? Welcome back. It's good to see you.
Tango Heavy.
Alright, we're gonna change my heading. Changing my heading to 5. And actually, you know what? Who is it? E-Train. You know, you're right. Let's go ahead and do 3,000 instead, just in case we need to go over the mountains. We're probably gonna basically switch to VFR once we get close enough. Once I see the island, I'll probably switch to VFR. Hope, man, we're at 6,000. I still can't see. I can barely see the water. On camera.
I'm sorry. Bravo Alpha
this is gonna be so interesting.
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 52 Charlie 6. You're already clear to land. Avoid
you don't think you're gonna make it, Dre? This is gonna be our last flight of the morning or day. So there won't be a casual flight after this. I may do another flight later, but I can't promise that. It depends. I have something planned, but if that works out, then I'll get back on later. But if it does not work out, then I won't be flying again. And I'll be flying infinite flight, but just not on a stream, just to get that clear. Alright, I still have no visual.
Maintain present speed. Maintain present speed. Blue 116. Blue 116.
No visual of the island. Okay, I see a silhouette. Just a little bit of the island. Nice, 7 p.m. for you. It is noon right now for me. So you're 7 hours ahead. Alright, Commander, let's see what you can do, man. I see you over there trying to do your approach. Yeah, we're gonna do a wow. Yeah, we're too low. We are too low. Let's do 3,500. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. This is why my freaking airline thing is so low, because of crap like that. Make left traffic to runway 20. Alright, we only need to fly left downwind. I hate that. Okay. Wait. Which way are you going? I'm confused. It's like whenever if you're descending and you try to you try to like, you know, go up instead of down, it like does this huge jerking move to make you go up instead of down, and it ruins everything. Alright, so we're gonna do a left downwind, like he said, like ATC asked. We're flying basically IFR. Look at the freaking visibility, but we're gonna be flying VFR. I don't know if we'll be able to see the airport from where we are.
16. Please follow instructions.
Follow instructions. I am. I'm
116,
flying left
make a
downwind.
right 360 for spacing. Making
360
a right
for spacing.
360. Blue 116.
Spacing for who? There's nobody in front of me.
Blue 116. I'm sorry.
He says, I'm sorry. You're okay, bro. Alright, take it out. Just barely you can see the airport right there. That's the whole landing strip right there.
Sierra Tango Echo Whiskey Alpha Romeo
That is
Tango
it.
Heavy, make
That
a
is
right
it.
360 for spacing. Making a right
And as you can see right over
360.
here, there's this
Sierra
mountain with this
Tango
huge
Echo Whiskey
steep
Alpha
drop
Romeo
right after
Tango
that runway,
Heavy.
so that's impossible to land
Tango
in a
Romeo
jet
Echo Echo Foxtrot
on
Romeo
02.
Oscar
So that's what we're
Golf,
landing
make a
over
right
here
360 for
at runway
spacing.
20.
I'm sorry.
And it even has this
Tango
big
Romeo
mountain
Echo
drop right
Echo
here, so we're not going to go
Foxtrot
straight in.
Romeo
We're
Oscar
going to have to go around those
Tango
mountains
Romeo Echo
and make a
Echo
short
Foxtrot Romeo
final
Oscar Golf.
into the
Maintain
runway right
slowest
there.
practical speed. Maintain
So-
slowest practical speed.
So yeah.
Tango Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar Golf. Fuel Omen Tower. 9 Victor Charlie X-Ray Juliet.
Nuts,
14
man. This is gonna be so
nautical
fun.
miles
Okay, we're
to
probably
the
gonna go ahead and
southwest of 6,200
start from
feet.
here since we have
Confirmed
visual.
for landing. Requesting runway 20. 9 Victor Charlie X-Ray Juliet. Number 5. Runway 20. Clear to
Alright,
land.
so I'll make a left
Number
base.
5.
Full
Clear to
stop,
land.
runway 20.
9 Victor
We're gonna slow our
Charlie
speed
X-ray
down because we're gonna be
Juliet.
descending pretty
Blue
quickly. It's
116
about
is on left base,
140
runway
or something like that.
20.
We're already over
Full
the mountain.
stop.
I'm gonna make a left turn. Crap. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away.
Blue 116. Roger.
I think we can get over the mountain at 3,500. We'll put on our terrain warning so we know. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. This is gonna be tough, guys. Alright, so we got one guy already. It looked like somebody just landed already. Good job. Was that E-Train, I think that was? Or who was that ahead of us who just landed? Alright, so turning our left base into runway 20. Basically we're gonna like kind of contour this
Tower, Air Force 831, ready for takeoff at runway 20,
this island.
remaining
Oops,
in the
those
pattern.
lines. Just keep turning.
Air Force 831, runway 20,
No ILS.
cleared for
Should I
immediate
remind you?
takeoff. Make left
What's going on,
traffic.
Ukraine pilot?
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 20, Air Force 831.
I'm at 140 knots for anybody who's flying with me, just so y'all know. Keep turning. Alright, we need to descend a bunch. So right here it's kind of lower, so we can get away with maybe 2,500
Air Force
feet.
831. Back taxi
And then
runway
once we get
20. Line up and wait.
Close enough to the runway,
Back
we
taxi
will
runway 20. Line up and wait. Air Force 831.
we'll take over and fly by hand the rest of the way.
831. I'm sorry.
Man, this visibility is nuts. We're not gonna be able to see the runway for
Air
most of this
Force
approach.
831. Frequency change approved.
Somebody
Good
landed.
day.
Oh, it was Danish. Was it Danish gamer? I don't know. Somebody landed ahead of us. I don't remember who exactly it was. Let's take a look outside real quick. There's a runway. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna take control because I don't even know where the runway is. All right, y'all strap up real tight for me. I'm gonna be turning off autopilot now. Oh, and there's that jerking that I hate so much.
Whiskey Alpha
All right,
Romeo
you just
Tango
shut up.
Heavy. When able, turn right and contact ground.
We'll put
Please
some
expedite.
flaps in.
Traffic on final. Wilco, Sierra Tango Echo Whiskey Alpha
Make sure our
Romeo
speed
Tango
is
Heavy.
set up good. Turn the line lights are already on. One thing that's kind of helping is that Danish gamer is there, so I have an idea. Oh crap! Oh, this is gonna be very interesting. I'm going way too fast. barely buzzing that mountain right there. Let's turn this off. We don't need this anymore.
400.
I think our land speed's like under 100 miles an hour, or under 100 knots. We're going way too fast, but we're gonna try this out anyways.
100. 50, 40, 30, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, we're on the ground. Reversers are on. Oh my God, Stuart, where'd you come from? Dead. That's our second time dying this thing. He must have been backtracking. Yeah, I'm getting all these freaking warnings. We're gonna back taxi runway 2. We're still back. Oh no, we're not. Brake, brake, brake. Technically, we made it. We made it, guys. I do not know Jeff Favignano, but he is one of my favorite streamers. I watch his videos all the time, especially the DOJs. And then when he expediting.
Back taxi runway 02. Contact ground when off the runway. Please expedite.
That was fun. That was a fun approach. I don't know where the heck Stuart came from, but that was a fun approach. You know what happened at the end? The reason that I ran off the runway is because I thought that my finger was on the reverse thrust. Like the thing is, when I'm touching the power like this, I can't actually see the number or what it's doing. I'm pressing it, hoping that something's actually happening. And so I could have stopped before we got off of the runway, but I thought we were pressing it and we weren't pressing it.
Clear to land.
You know what? This was so much fun that. And oh my God, Leo, dead. Dead. He just killed all my passengers. I don't know why he's driving. Where did he go? He's gone. I don't know why he was taxiing in circles. Alright, somebody else landing, we'll watch. Here comes Tree Frog, I think. I'm not sure. We'll go to Tower View.
I'm sorry, Air Force
I can see. Nope, I can only see yes.
Tango Romeo Echo Echo Foxtrot Romeo Oscar Golf. Number 3, runway 20.
I do free camera, I guess.
Number 3, clear for the option.
I don't know how to use this very well.
Tango Romeo
ATC is pissing me off.
Romeo Oscar Golf.
How do I go down? That's a dope screenshot. That is a dope screenshot. Flaps up. Hold on. Oh wait, somebody's landing. It's Dex. Switch the tower. 2 people are landing at the same time. What's going on? That was a somebody's going around.
Air Force 831.
Let's see if he makes it. Danish Gamer. Is he gonna pull it off? Full reverse thrust.
9 Victor Charlie X-Ray Juliet.
He made it with some runway to spare. Good job, Danish. Alright, so it looks like the guy in the ERJ. I don't know who that is. Dex. Dex did not make it. He's going around, so now he's gonna go for another attempt.
Air Force 831. Please follow instructions.
Yeah, you can join, but probably by the time you get here, I'll be gone, to be completely honest with you. Oh, cool.
Please check tutorials on the forum for
Danish made it, but now he's flipping. So I'm gonna wait for Tree Frog E-Train. Who else we got that took off with us? I'm only gonna wait for people who took off with us in Singapore. I have to go soon.
Roger.
Take a look at the map, see where everybody is. Tree Frog is on final. It's Dre is out there. He's on a left base. And we have Dex on a right downwind. So Alright, seatbelt signs off, all that good stuff can be off. Oh, that's how you do that. Oh, cool. Alright, so wait for Tree Frog.
November 476 Papa Hotel is 26 nautical
Okay,
miles
Leo,
to the south
I
of
see you.
8,700
Were you the one that
feet.
just landed? No, that was somebody else.
Landing.
You're the one on. Where are you? I just saw you, Leo. Where'd you go? Alright. Beware, Danish Gamer is on the runway again. Tree Frog's coming in. Let's see. Let's watch.
Number 1, runway 20, clear to land.
Coming in hot.
Swift Tango 831.
Pretty steep.
Runway
Oh my
20,
god.
cleared for takeoff. November 476
Floating
Papa
it,
Hotel.
floating it. Boom, dead.
Change to
Okay.
runway 02.
Going around. Yeah, you better. Yeah, because the thing is, you have to decide very soon if you're going to make it or not. Because if you don't, all this death is right here. All this mountain is waiting for you. When I attempted this before a couple days ago, oh, here comes. Oh, is he going to stop in time?
November 476 Papa Hotel. Requesting change to runway 02.
He ran out of runway, but he did get on the ground.
Romeo Oscar Golf. Number 2.
But yeah, when I tried this again, when I tried this the other day,
November 476
I didn't make it, and then I tried to go around too late, and I crashed right into this mountain. It was not in a stream. Actually, it was in somebody else's stream, but it was fun.
November 476 Papa Hotel.
Yeah, landing on runway 20 is a challenge. I'll say that. Landing on runway 02 is even harder. I think that was, who was it that just did it? It was, wait, Tree Frog, how are you on the ground? I thought you just took off. Did you die? Did you crash? Because I could have swore I just watched you fly. Like, I could have swore I just watched you go around. But yeah, landing on 02 is like hard. Because one, you have to come in at like above these mountains, and then you have to dive right after those mountains to land here at 02. So let's do free camera, and I'll show you what this airport looks like. This is really fun, actually. This is really cool. How do I zoom out? Okay, there we go. Alright, check it out. So literally probably 100 feet or less from runway 2 is this mountain. And the mountain is probably, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 feet. I don't know. One of the other guys can probably tell you. You didn't get enough speed to go around? Oh, that sucks. Well, good try. Hey, now we know this is a really fun airport to fly into and from. So I think that my next stream, whenever that may be, I don't know, maybe we'll do it now. Let's see. I would like to do like a GA flight out here. No. Or land something bigger here. A little discovery flight would be fun. Probably coming back here when Global releases. This would be a good spot to come when Global releases, because I'm pretty sure all of this is going to look completely different. This airport is WMBT. Alexandra Faru. All right, you're going to LA. Cool.
Attention all aircraft.
I think everybody's
Please
on the
check
ground.
current airport restrictions.
Attention all aircraft will be enforced by ghosting. Yeah, people were freaking ignoring you, bro. People were ignoring you. I don't know who that is. Seth Nichols. Looks like he's landing here too. Alright, so a little after flight briefing before we get off here. We took off at Whiskey Sierra Sierra right here. Took off runway 20 right. Had about 4 of us flying together, and then we flew this little plane right here up to the north. And then ATC actually gave us vectors, so we didn't actually go to this waypoint right
closing
here.
in 1 minute.
And flew over the ocean just a little bit, and we landed this small little island. We don't even know the name. Pula, I don't know how to say that. Something Teal, man. Has no weather, but obviously, as you can see out the window, the visibility is pretty darn low. So that made that for a very interesting
November 476 Papa Hotel. Roger.
landing.
November
So
476
I'm gonna
Papa
put
Hotel.
this down on my
Roger.
list of favorite airports to take off and land from, because I'm definitely gonna come back here, and I think that everybody who's out here with us definitely enjoyed this flight.
Attention all
I know I
aircraft.
did. Thank you guys for
Fuel
making it really
Tower
fun for
is
me.
now closed. Good day. November
Thanks Cozy, thanks
476 Papa
E-Train.
Hotel.
What's going on
Thank you.
Good Infinite
day.
Flight stream? Let's get a really cool, like, I didn't even take that screenshot. What did I do? How do I move? It won't move anymore. There you go. Thank you for the ATC, my friend, also. I'll see you next time, E-Train. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the name so I can take a screenshot. For the replay video, thank you everybody who was in this with us. Had a lot of fun. There's a screenshot with a flash of light. This is another dope screenshot. Bam. Alright, let me give some shout outs real quick. Thank you for the sub, Alexandra. You landed a 777 here, Donutter. That's pretty good. Good job, man. That's impressive. That's not easy to do. Your phone's at 2%. Yeah, my phone's about to die too. I need to take a break for phones to charge. I'm not sure, but definitely subscribe so you know when I do get back on. I think I probably will have time again today to stream, hopefully. So if I do, I will. If not, I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Donutter overshot the runway. Yeah, my stomach is growling too. I think I got everybody.
November 769
Danish Gamers, appreciate that.
Taxi
Dre,
runway
thank you.
20.
Commander, Star Chaser, thank you also. Alright guys. Oh wait, we got some more people just jumped in. Should you sub? I don't know. Should you or should you not? I think you shouldn't sub. Because I'm terrible. 20th like, appreciate that. 380 is here. What are you talking about? We got somebody taking off. Sinsign Gaming, thanks for joining us.
Oman Unicum. Uniform Kilo Romeo Papa India Lima
Alright,
Oscar 10
before I get out of here, make
taking
sure
off
you don't
runway
forget to
20,
sub,
departing
and
straight out.
if you have Instagram, follow me on Instagram. If you like planes, you will like my Instagram at FuturePilotX. I am Blue Games, and if you have any questions about anything that I did or didn't do in this stream, leave it down in the comments. You can contact me through Instagram, or I also have a Discord. I will have to put that in the description of this video also, so you can find me on there. And I'll be streaming again. Uh-oh, he looks like he's gonna crash. Bam! Dead! What an amazing way to finish a stream. And a little baby bus just died on the mountain. That's so unfortunate. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Remember what I always say, you either got three choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got. We getting up out of here. We're gonna end this flight. 341 XP earned. We are grade 3. Set in Citation X. Closing that. Flight report. We got a 30 out of 100 because this was terrible. We'll ignore that. Don't care. All right. I'll see y'all next time.